Hey yo, what's up, and welcome back to the long-awaited, highly anticipated, criminally underrated episode of Banjo Lessons for Experts, where we take noobs like you who are struggling with minor scales and major social anxiety and turn them into banjo experts. But before you ascend to the ultimate pinnacle of banjo consciousness, all you have to do is one thing. Smack that like button. You must be asking yourself, what exactly is a melodic style arpeggio? And to answer that, we first have to know what an arpeggio is. An arpeggio is a special type of fermented cheese from the Arpeggiatic region of France, drawn from the udder of a cow during the first full moon after the summer solstice while the cow is... If you're trying to achieve that banjo liberation and drive all the grabby cougars wild, then you better hire your security detail now, because your ascension into becoming an integral being of the multiverse starts right after a message from our sponsors. Down on your luck? Out of a job? Furloughed by the government? Don't join ICE, join my Patreon, where you can find the tabs, lessons, and backing tracks to all my videos, as well as lessons with your boy, and a community that loves this style of banjo playing. Back to you, Ricky. Listen, I first recognized what I now know as a melodic style arpeggio off the banjo solo from Hole in the Wall, which is track number 9 off the Bale Fleck and the Flecktones album, Fly to the Cosmic Hippo. I also noticed it in Bale Fleck's solo on Freeborn Man. As a young man, I was very inspired by that sound, so I wrote this tune called The Way to model that technique. I didn't think much about it, but I saw a lot of people playing similar motifs at Bale Fleck's banjo camp, and at that camp I got to perform my tune The Way. I struck up a conversation with the banjo god, Cassidy Benches, about it, and he turned me on to a melodic style arpeggio worksheet that he made that was inspired by a melodic style arpeggio worksheet that Adam Larrity made, which was inspired by Bela Fleck's playing, which was inspired by Bill Monroe's playing, which legend has it was inspired by Pythagoras himself. Once I saw the science of it explicated, I wanted to make a video series of showing how to improvise with melodic style arpeggios. This resulted in the melodic style arpeggios theme of Festival Bangers Season 6, as shown in Huckleberry Hornpipe. Come hither, go yonder. Theme time. And Cedar Hill. Over the past year of studying this technique, I'm finally ready to reveal the one technique that Bela Fleck doesn't want you to know. But the key to opening those sealed doors of ancient wisdom doesn't lie within the hallowed halls of Pythagoras himself. It lies within you. Going to patreon.com/Ricky Mier. Listen, the first rhythmic motif we're going to talk about is this. This is an 8-note roll, and by keeping the roll the same but changing the string order, you can get a sound like this, which can outline some wider voicings and give you sounds like this. Now that I showed you that fundamental slow down, here's that same rhythmic motif a few times in action. Listen. Here's some required learning material that goes along with this video. Rhythmically, this roll is a palindrome, as in it's the same way forward and backward. It's kind of like a forward-backward roll with a little alternate thumb that's going on in the middle. The first quadruplet is thumb forward, and the second quadruplet is alternate middle. It should be noted that that first forward roll's on the inside, as in the middle finger is going to get that second string. And then the next time the middle finger's played, it's going to be on the first string, as on the outside. So the tricky part is having your middle finger go from the second string to the first string. Harmonically, to me, this is an alpha G lick, but forget that. I want to show you that you can play the same rhythmic motif and get different sounds by moving one voice around. It's the same thing, but we're just changing that voice on the first string. Also notice the foggy mountain reach around on the fifth string. It's going to take some time to build that thumb tendon up, but with energy, persistence, human growth hormone, and testosterone replacement therapy, your thumb will be jacked in no time. Move that whole figure down 2 frets and you play the same thing in F. Move it up 2 frets and you'll have it in A. As we did for the alpha G lick, we're going to find 3 different voices on the first string, except this time in gamma C. This is basically the position that Beta Flex solo in Freeborn Man is in. Try it out of gamma A7. I want to introduce one more piece of required learning material to go along with this, and it's this rhythmic motif back in alpha G. It's an inversion of the alternate thumb roll, affectionately referred to as the square roll. Notice that it's a 4-note pattern instead of an 8. Here's the same rhythmic motif, but in gamma C. Again, this is the motif played in Beta Flex solo on Freeborn Man. And to get closer to being able to play that sound, check this. That 4-note pattern and the 8-note pattern have a common pivot note of the middle finger on the first string. So you can switch from one pattern to the other with the slickness. You just have to be careful switching between them because the 8-note figure has an inside roll and the 4-note figure has an outside roll. Try these figures combining the two. This brings us to a critical point in being able to improvise with this technique. We have to think in chords effectively. So if the term alpha, beta, or gamma confuse you, you have 2 options. 1, you can watch my video on inversions. Or 2, you can sign up for lessons at rickymier.com/lessons. So pause this video right now, pick one, and stay the course. I'll wait for you here.
2,000 years later.
Now that you've mastered my nomenclature on chord inversions, we can analyze what's going on in these licks particular.
Tell me it makes sense.
Now that you're completely confused, it's a good time to mention that thinking in chords like this won't happen overnight. Thinking in chords, like thinking in English, can be understood by grammatical analysis, but that won't necessarily get you speaking the language. So I've taken upon myself to write an etude that exercises this melodic style arpeggio motif.
All you have to do is memorize it.
You'll be improvising with this stuff like a next generation super picker in no time. So say goodbye to thinking and say hello to banjo indoctrination. The link to the etude is in the description below. The tab, chords, backing track, and analysis of the etude are available on my Patreon. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.